Welcome everyone to today's video in which we explore Plato's seminal work, Crito. This dialogue, rich with ethical inquiry and philosophical discourse, offers us profound insights into the nature of justice, the obligations of citizenship, and the essence of moral integrity as understood by Socrates. Crito is a dialogue written by Plato that takes place in the prison cell of Socrates shortly before his scheduled execution. In the dialogue, Socrates' friend Crito visits him and urges him to escape from prison to avoid his impending death. Crito presents various arguments, including concerns for Socrates' reputation, the welfare of his children, and the unjust nature of his sentence. However, Socrates counters these arguments by emphasizing the importance of obeying the laws of Athens, even if they are unjust, out of respect for the social contract and the principles of justice. Socrates ultimately decides to accept his fate and remain in prison, believing that to do otherwise would be to act unjustly and undermine the laws of the city-state. The dialogue explores themes of friendship, loyalty, justice, and the moral obligations of citizenship. In Crito, Plato masterfully unveils Socrates' compelling arguments as he endeavors to persuade his loyal friend Crito of the ethical imperative to abide by the principles of justice, even in the face of imminent injustice. Socrates begins by asserting that the opinions of the educated should be given more weight than those of individuals with subjective biases or beliefs. He argues that popularity or widespread acceptance of an opinion does not necessarily make it valid. Socrates is the analogy of an athlete trusting their physician's advice over that of their supporters, highlighting the importance of expertise and knowledge in forming opinions. Socrates emphasizes the significance of living a virtuous and just life. He contends that damage to the soul in the form of injustice renders life worthless for a philosopher, akin to how a person who injures themselves due to incompetence leads a purposeless existence. Socrates suggests that the primary goal should be the pursuit of virtue and justice rather than mere longevity. Socrates dismisses Crito's concerns about his reputation and the future of his children, deeming them irrelevant to his decision-making process. He compares such motivations to the regret of a person who has sentenced someone to death and then repents their action. Socrates asserts that abandoning principles in the face of adversity would be immature and contrary to the values they have shared for a long time. Socrates concludes by reaffirming the importance of adhering to principles and upholding the laws of the state, even in the face of injustice. He argues that to wrong the state, even as a reaction to perceived injustice, would itself constitute an act of injustice. Socrates emphasizes the importance of integrity and moral consistency, even when it may result in personal sacrifice. At the heart of Crito lies the profound friendship between Socrates and Crito. Crito's love and concern for Socrates are evident as he endeavors to persuade him to flee Athens to avoid his imminent death. Crito's arguments are rooted in his affection for Socrates and his desire to save him from unjust punishment. However, Socrates challenges Crito's reasoning, emphasizing the importance of moral integrity over personal interests. Socrates argues that escaping would be an act of injustice, undermining the laws of Athens to which he is bound as a citizen. Despite the genuine friendship between them, Socrates prioritizes adherence to moral principles over the preservation of his own life, illustrating the depth of his commitment to philosophical ideals. Central to the dialogue is the theme of justice and obedience to the law. Socrates, despite being unjustly sentenced to death, refuses to evade the punishment imposed by the Athenian legal system. He argues that by living in Athens, he has implicitly consented to abide by its laws, even in the face of adversity. Socrates maintains that escaping would be an act of disobedience and would undermine the authority of the state, thereby perpetuating injustice. His adherence to the principle of lawful obedience underscores his belief in the importance of maintaining social order and respecting the decisions of the polis, regardless of personal consequences. As a philosopher, Socrates believed in the pursuit of truth and the cultivation of virtue. For him, fulfilling one's duty as a philosopher entailed living a life of integrity and moral courage. In Crito, Socrates exemplifies these ideals by choosing to accept his fate with dignity rather than succumbing to the temptation of self-preservation. By embracing his impending death, Socrates demonstrates his unwavering commitment to his philosophical principles, thereby imparting a powerful lesson on the importance of ethical integrity and the pursuit of wisdom. Plato's Crito serves as a thought-provoking exploration of the tension between personal loyalty and civic duty, justice and obedience to the law. Through the dialogue between Socrates and Crito, Plato invites readers to reflect on the complexities of ethical decision-making and the profound implications of individual actions on society as a whole. Ultimately, Crito challenges us to consider the true nature of justice, the obligations of citizenship, and the significance of moral integrity in the face of adversity. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. See you next time.